Hi, it's David Clayton with DEIV Architecture, out here for a little jog with my dog, and I wanted to make this quick video just talking about insulation. Now, currently it's about 16 degrees outside, or for you Celsius types, that's probably about -7, -8 possibly. But the point is, it is really cold out. And so you might be thinking, why shouldn't I just be on the treadmill, enjoying the warmth of the heating inside a building? Well, it's, as you can see, it is really beautiful out. I mean, just look at that. It's a beautiful last day of January, even though it is extremely cold. My point in bringing this up is a lot of people think that R value, or just adding more insulation, that's the key to making a great, efficient building. Now, as an architect, I can tell you, I've done the math. I can tell you it's not always true. Now, sometimes it is true. More insulation does help. But just like when I'm running in this cold weather, if I overload on the layers, then what's going to happen is my own body heat is going to heat up the area inside the insulated compartment inside my clothes. And then I'm going to start sweating. And then that sweat will become wet and damp, and that will actually create a more dangerous situation for me out in the outdoors. The same thing's true with a building. In a building, if you put too much insulation in, you might be actually hurting yourself, because then you might have to be turning on the air conditioner at a lower set point, at a lower temperature. For example, in a large commercial building, like a hospital or a data center, even during the winter, you might have to have the air conditioning on because you can't adequately keep the space cool enough because of all the internal loads. That's right. We actually have internal heating of our buildings, not from the actual mechanical system, the HVAC system, or as most people call it, the furnace, but every single one of those, every single piece of equipment, whether it be, a computer or a treadmill or even a TV, actually produces heat. It does this because of the inefficiencies of the electronics or whatever source. And then you also have the people in the space that also produces heat. For example, you're not going to want to heat up a gym as much as you do a church. So these differences matter. So if you're thinking of just putting in whatever your HVAC technician is suggesting, you might want to rethink that. And just as if you just want to put in more insulation because the insulation salesperson is telling you, hey, yeah, you should go with like R58 insulation. It's like, yeah, sure, you could, but it might actually be counterproductive. It actually might be hurting you both in the installation cost, and you're going to be increasing the amount of air conditioning you have to do, and your air conditioning actually costs you more than your heating. What you really should do is you should consider hiring an architect who has a team of professionals, engineers who know what they're doing. They know how to do the calculations, and they understand the building science enough so that you right size the amount of insulation. Just like I do when I'm running. Today is extremely cold, so I'm wearing this scarf in addition to my jacket. But on a normal day that's a few degrees warmer, this would definitely not come with it. If it was a bit colder, I might wear, thicker gloves. But it's all dependent on the conditions and what your specific needs are. So you need to right size your insulation and right size your mechanical system. And you can only do that if you have a quality team that knows what they're doing and understands the building science to be able to design that for you. So hopefully that's helpful. Anyways, This is David Clayton with DEIV Architecture, and I'm gonna get on with my run so that my dog can stop being mad at me for taking so long. So thanks, have a great day.